These are called UV detecting beads. Now, in order for you to understand, because we're going to be in sunlight, we need to go back to Kim and kind of take a look at what Kim's got going. She has just a bag of beads. So see how they're white?
Right.
So indoors, they're perfectly white. That's what they look like. All right? However, outdoors, as soon as you expose them to ultraviolet light, this is what you get to see here. Ready? So put your hand underneath. Ready? So I feel like I'm a magic show. Yeah. So ready? 3, 2, 1. And now watch what happens. Truly amazing.
That? Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't that amazing? So as soon as they hit ultraviolet light...
the instant the sun hits them,
so there's a chemical or a pigment in each of these little pony beads that changes color when it's affected by ultraviolet light.
Look at that, right before your eyes as we get direct sun.
I know you want to see it again, so here we go. You ready? So you play with this one, and I'll pull this one out. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There it goes.
Wow.
Isn't that just amazing?
That is amazing. What are these called again?
They're called energy beads or UV beads.
What causes them to, what causes what is the science behind it?
Well, there's a pigment inside that actually the chemical bond changes just a little bit to give you that reaction.
Wow.
So it changes color.
I have
now,
to
as
say,
soon as you go back
amazing.
inside, they go back white again.
Do
so
they really?
Do that about 50,000 times.
Really? So if I cover this up, are we inside enough that if
go ahead. No, there's another one that's here. That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, so
and I just exposed it for you, aren't you glad?
Now we have another one that's exposed. Well, you can imagine now what kids can do with it. Not only are they a fun craft, but now imagine kind of the science angle. I thought that SPF 15 was just fine. In SPF 15, you can see what happened here. I took a little of it right before we started, and a little bit on here, and then just kind of rubbed it into the bag. And while you can see that it helped a little bit, you can tell that it's still picking up a little bit here.
Quite a bit of color,
And then we went all the way up to the very end there. So take a look and pick up the SPF 45.
So this is SPF 45.
Yeah. And so it doesn't look, and now compared to something that's nothing at all, you can tell that we really have started to block it out. So what can a student do? They can set up a science fair project to determine which sunblock really is blocking out the UV. And some of the UV will, I mean, you just can't block it out at all. But even look with this. I think this is great. Take a look and you can see how intense these colors are here. Look on the sides. If you can come in close on the sides, they're not nearly as intense. So here we go. I'll tip it down a little bit. See, that's intense. And if you look at here, see, it's not. And that means that the plastic is filtering out the UV light.
For heaven's
so in your
sakes.
car, believe it or not, that front windshield has UV protection, but the side windshields do not.
Boy, this SPF 15 does hardly.
Well, just ask my back, all right? So, now
you would think that's pretty good, but if the beads tell us that's hardly any protection at all.
Not much at all, and especially for somebody that's fair-skinned like I am. Take a look at the bracelet that you have sitting over here. If you take a look at this, perfect for a child to wear, and so now even at the pool you can put a little sunscreen on it. That's kind of fun. It's fun, but it's just another way, it's a tool to get kids thinking about the damaging rays of ultraviolet light and also some preventative measures that we can take. And of course the art project has to kind of come out if you're a school teacher. So you ready? Let me unveil this one here. This was a mosaic that the kids put together. So take a look at that. It literally just develops in the sun. I don't know if it's wow
instantly.
or
I can't believe how quickly
just
it
amazing.
goes. That's
but you know, there's fingernail polish that does that now. There's T-shirts that do that now. Anything that we can do to get kids thinking about the ultraviolet light is pretty important.
How do you know when it must tell you when you buy them which color is what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, you would be unable to spell
anything. And for
anything.
the kids, teachers have a blast with them because you just give the kids white beads and say, you know, that's all the budget would afford. and of course, they go out to recess and they change color. And what a great way to be able to just get that inquiry.
These are remarkable.
Yep,
so
you got that one covered up for a while.
These are already white now.
Yep.
I mean, so they revert back very quickly.
Very, very fast. And then you go back again. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Get a look at that, Brian. You ready?
Here we go. 3,
Here we
2,
go.
1.
Ah, look at that.
Oh,
look at him go. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. So you know what? You can test sunscreen. You test on a cloudy day. Even on a cloudy day, and we know that from skiing, you can still get some pretty harmful UV and cover it back up again. So use your sunblock, and the last thing I have to leave you with is if they say 8 months, it means throw it away after 8 months. You'll notice that SPF 45 isn't good, or any of these are not good. When the manufacturer says throw them away, really, you got to throw them away.
Yeah. We have a lot of email about also sunscreens with DEET, and there are a few, but they're not working real well. For all of you who haven't gotten an answer yet, let me do this one more time, Brian. Are you ready? Have they reverted back already?
They're pretty good.
1, 2, 3. Hop, hop.
On the website, I posted everything and all the experiments that I could think of that we like to try in class with the kids over there as well.